Hello, this is Ken here from RD Labs. Hope this is reaching you well. So just coming back to you with another quick one. Just wanted to give you a quick update with what's happening in terms of the prediction markets. We just found some news that CZ, the founder of Binance, basically is now looking to get into the prediction markets. We've seen phenomenal traction from Polymarket, which initially was raised, I think probably started at a 4 million valuation back in 2019, 2020. They're now looking to raise at a about $15 billion valuation. So it's just incredible in terms of the growth. And I think Kalshi's looking to do like a $10 billion valuation raise as well. So it just shows the traction of what's happening in the space. So now, obviously with CZ, Binance Smart Chain, they want to get involved. So we just found out that basically that the YZ Labs, which is basically the incubator fund set up by CZ, they have actually invested in Opinions Lab. So Opinions Lab, which ultimately is a prediction markets entity. So what's happened now is the systems have ultimately crashed, which means that there's just been massive flow of interest that's actually hit the system. And since that, they've basically closed access because their servers have ultimately crashed. They've had 13,000 users thus far, 208 million in terms of trading volume, which is phenomenal. 11 million open interest, massive audience obviously in China, and they're really scaling extremely fast. So you cannot really underestimate the opportunity, not just within the Binance Smart Chain in terms of what CZ will do, but just throughout the whole space. Also, if you take a look at some other stats, you've seen with Opinion notional volume here. I think initially when they basically launched, we had notional volume about 169 million. This was a few days ago on the 25th. And it's still keeping up, obviously not with that initial pace, but we've seen a cumulative increase that's happened. You've seen users that's grown. So started out with new users of 8,000. So this is on the highest point, 8,866. But still gradually continuing seeing thousands of users coming in. Transactions are really scaling. One thing that's notable here is the total value locked. So total value locked has basically hit 14 million. Started off with only 300,000. So it's really climbing. Fees, which is really important, obviously, for these projects to really continue to grow in terms of, seeing some revenues. So the cumulative fees have been 290. So on the 25th is 290,000, 20,000, 31,000. Today so far about 30,000. So it's hitting at 30,000 per day in terms of fees, which is incredible. Team fees 27, so you see that they're taking like 98% of those fees. Open interest has actually hit beyond 10 million. We're actually at about 14 million in open interest thus far. You've got breakdown in terms of user accounts, so it just shows that it's not just Polymarket or Kalshi now, right? Opinion Labs or XYZ has basically now come into this whole space. Not just that, we just found out that Trump's media social platform are now looking to launch a prediction markets on Truth Social. So Fed moves and more via a CFTC registered exchange. So they're calling it Truth Predict. And they're looking to obviously enter the whole space. So also take into consideration that Trump's son, Trump Jr., has is on the board of Polymarket. I think they also invested in Polymarket in the last round or the previous round. So they've got interest there, but also they've realized that, this is going to be a massive space and they want to really take advantage. So now they're playing a role. The way I see this now, I think there's probably about 400 to 500 million on a daily basis collectively of volume. When I last checked a few days ago, I foresee an easy 10x within the next 6 months to a year. So basically hit about $4 billion in terms of total notional volume, at least within the next 6 months. So I believe that is massive opportunities. I've been saying this for a few months now. And you've obviously saw with other projects like Limitless came out, the other projects. So do not underserve the opportunity. I really believe that if you're a builder, start building projects within this whole space. If you're an investor, look for opportunities with projects that are building. Look for early seeds, whether it's from a round where you want to participate, or if they're looking to launch tokens. Look for airdrops, right, of new projects being building. I think we're really extremely early, and next year you're going to see some phenomenal opportunities. But now's the time to really start putting your feet, testing the waters, playing around with these software. Same as this, once they come out and launch, I'm obviously going to play around with that. They'll probably even be doing an airdrop as well when they launch their token. So you really want to participate in these opportunities. So coming to you with another one. We'll keep you posted with what's happening. I'm not saying that RD Labs is just primarily on prediction markets, but we like to be early to new metas, to new arcs, and to fully take advantage. We will be looking at opportunities to invest in various projects, building our own projects. So I will keep everyone posted. Take care.